If you love cooking steak using the caveman method, then you're gonna love making sweet potatoes in the exact same way.
I love that method.
It's so fun. That's the main reason why I like to do it. It's because it's so fun.
That's a great way to describe it. Does it enhance anything? Not really. Is it the funnest way that you'll ever cook a steak or a sweet tater on the grill? It certainly is. Oh, heck yes. I don't know what this green stuff is, but I'm ready to go on this journey.
You're about to find out, honey. It starts with getting some lump charcoal in the bottom of the big green egg. If you love making your steak this way, I swear you are really gonna love the sweet potatoes this way too, because I find it easier. I don't know why, but to me, this is like so much easier than because it's just so simple. You're just lighting up your charcoal and getting things in there.
I can see that, because then you don't have to be like, where am I placing it, direct versus indirect? Sometimes I don't know why, but placement on the grill sometimes is like, you got to make that decision. The decision's been made. You just put it right on the heat.
Yes. So for this method, you have to make sure that your charcoal is really red hot. You can't do it when the coals aren't fully lit yet. So I put them to light and I went back inside and I started making a chimichurri.
Oh, the chimi's on there.
That's a chimmy that was going on there.
So you're going with the steak theme.
Kind of, but vegan because I'm using chickpeas instead. And I just love a good chimichurri. It's spring now. The garden's starting to come back alive.
I love a chimmy.
But in this version of chimmy, I'm actually adding in a lemon, the zest and juice of a lemon. Ooh. That's not traditional, but I like the combination of lemon as well as red wine vinegar.
Ooh.
Just different kinds of acid there. And I had on my vest because it was freezing cold that day.
Your outfit is looking adorable. Absolutely adorable.
I was trying not to wear the vest because it's finally spring and I was like, I don't want this vest on anymore, but I had to. I had to wear it.
So we're going in with lots of lemon flavor.
Definitely.
You got the juice and the zest, which I personally feel you can't have too much lemon flavor.
No, me neither. And I like this handy dandy dollar store zester that I have here.
Dollar store?
Dollar store.
Ooh.
I think it was like $3 or $4, but it works very well for getting the juice out.
That's high end at the dollar store.
Yeah.
You're living life if you can afford that at the dollar store.
Okay, so to put together the chimichurri, we've just got our washed parsley and cilantro. Of course, if you want the recipe, it's in the description box below.
You didn't go any mint in there?
No, I didn't have mint. My mint's not fully up yet.
But do you think mint would be good in there? Because mint is lately, I'm not a huge mint fan, but in a chimmy, I think it takes it to the next level.
And it doesn't taste minty. It just adds a little element of what is in there.
Yes, totally.
But a chimmy is good because you're literally just throwing everything into a food processor and letting it do all the work. And the benefit of a chimmy is that you can make it well in advance.
It's even better in advance.
And it's good for dishes like this, but you're not going to use as much as you make here. This recipe almost makes about 1 3/4 cups. That's a lot for any dinner. You're not going to be consuming the whole thing.
You know what I do with it?
I'm guessing you're about to tell me.
I am going to tell you. If at the end of whatever you're cooking, if you have some left over, throw it in an ice cube tray. I'm obsessed with ice cube trays. Throw it in there, and then next time you go to make some rice when you're making a dish, throw it in there. Oh my goodness, Flavor City.
That would be really
you don't
good.
Waste it.
Yes, you could put it onto potatoes. You could put it onto pasta salad. Look, I had to get in there.
She had to get right in there, right on the finger. I love who goes middle finger?
I was.
That's so weird. Normally that you go. Tell me if when you're going to taste something, you go that or you go that. You don't go that.
Yeah, but front finger is gross. Because you're touching everything with these fingers.
If anyone knows, if you're gonna be dainty about it, you're gonna go pinky.
There's not really anything dainty about me. I don't do dainty. So I'm just using a regular can of chickpeas, rinsing them off really well. If you use dried, by all means, if you have dried, they're awesome too.
I personally think if you're opening up a can of chickpeas, if you don't give them a taste test, you're not living life.
Agreed. Now, see, this is what we're looking for. Red hot. They have to be super hot. And there's no finesse to this at all. You just get your sweet potatoes like you would be cooking a steak and toss them right in there.
Skins on, cleaned up.
They're washed.
Not peeled.
Not peeled, because we're basically sacrificing the skin here. So if you like to eat the skin, then don't make this because the skin's going to come off. But the thought here is that the skin is going to get nice and crusty and dark. And we're going to remove it, and the inside is going to be smoky and tender and soft.
Ooh.
So you're just literally putting them directly on the coals. You have to push past those feelings of at the beginning, you're like, is this going to burn? I don't know. How long is this going to take for them to cook? Just push past. Just get them on there. They've been washed. They do have some moisture to them. They're not going to burn, I promise you. They're going to look burnt, which you're about to see in just a second, but they're not going to burn.
What I would like to suggest here is if you do want to keep your skin, because I live for tater skin. Sweet tater, I eat sweet tater skin.
Sometimes it's too fibrous.
Yeah, sometimes it's a little bit. I would say if you're painting here thinking that we're wasting the skin, what if you wrapped in tin foil then threw it on? It's not technically caveman. It's basically just like a baked potato, but then at least you could keep the skin.
You're not getting the smoke flavor.
True, actually.
That ain't caveman then. That defeats the purpose of caveman.
I just love skin. I love skin.
Well, then get your skin in a different way.
That's a weird sound bite.
I know.
If that was just taken on its own, that was a Jeffrey Dahmer moment. That's disgusting.
Okay, so look.
Oh, it's only after 20 minutes.
20 minutes. So this is weekday for sure. They start to look like charcoal themselves.
Totally. Yeah. What is the tater in it?
You're like, I don't really see it.
But you're right. This is total weekday because it's only 20 minutes and you didn't have to peel them if you do peel your sweet taters.
Well, you have to peel them once they come off, which I'm going to show you in just a second.
Do you have to peel them or could you just get in there and
you're just kind of getting in there. So this is a test that I wanted to show you guys.
How tender.
In order to test the doneness of any vegetable, if it falls off of a knife with its own weight, it's done.
Ooh,
so that's the test I use.
Tip.
If you're spearing it and it stays on a knife, it's not done. Leave it in there a little bit longer. So you'll see the outside is completely gone. You want that nice charred flavor on all sides. Just keep flipping them around until you get that. And then I like to let them cool on a clean rack. I had a weird ramshackle system going there. And then you just saw it's like rack over rack.
It. Yeah, but that's because you can't let those just rest on a cutting board.
No, you want them to have some airflow to cool. And then I just take my hands, once they're cool enough to touch, take your hands and just gently, it comes off as if you were to boil beets. The skin, once a vegetable is cooked, the skin comes right off very easily.
That looks awesome.
And also,
I must say, probably soothing.
It was.
To remove the skin, just sit back, maybe crack a cold one, just take off some skin.
Yeah. Again, the skin talk. But then underneath, what you're left with is this nice, soft, succulent, smoky sweet potato.
Did that smell incredible?
It smelled so good. And you know who loved the outside bits? The chickens.
Oh, I thought you were going to say loopy.
No, the chickens went nuts for those charred bits.
Good. So you're not wasting them.
No. You're not wasting anything. And see, the intense heat of the grill kind of made them explode a little bit within the skin. And they had, as I was peeling them off, they had this ripply texture to them.
Cool. Oh my goodness gracious. And you know what? I like a little bit of the char bits left on there.
So if you do like a little bit of the charred bits, by all means, leave them on. If you don't, make sure to take them all off.
It's like a roasted red pepper. You know how when you're peeling the skin of a roasted red pepper, you get a little bit of those black char bits on there?
Yes.
That's Flavor City.
I like that.
Don't rinse that off. You know, sometimes people rinse it off.
No.
Absolutely not.
That makes me upset.
Yes, you're rinsing like that. Off flavor.
So you could for sure mash these up if you were used to putting them with butter and brown sugar or whatever. Any way you would use a sweet potato.
That would be so good with the smoky flavor. That would be insanely good.
Any way that you like to enjoy sweet potatoes, then you can go ahead and do what you want with them. I wanted it to be nice and simple for this, so I just sliced them up, tossed on some of the chickpeas, a little of that chimney. Bob's your uncle, you got yourself a nice summertime dinner.
And that's, I would say, definitely, basically the main thing that's taking time here is a cooling period.
And not even.
Yeah, because that's not, this is a pure, quick weekday meal. That looks like 5-star gourmet restaurant.
And in the time it took to cook the sweet potatoes, I got the chimney together. It doesn't get quicker than that.
No.
You can go ahead and add some extra chilies on top.
I love that you did.
Which I do because I like
that you did.
I like a spicier chimney. If you don't, you can leave those out altogether. And of course, I had to get in there and just dive in and see what this was like.
The colors, the textures, that's a winning dish.
I was in flavor heaven here.
And textural. You can't overlook textures. You have the softness of the tater, the wetness and the herbaceous flavor and texture of the chimney. Plus the pop. I love that you just left the chickpeas.
Yes.
You didn't do anything to them. There's so much different flavors and textures going on there that it would just get lost.
And you don't need to.
No.
With a garlicky sauce like a chimney, why would I go ahead and just add some seasonings to the chickpeas? You don't need to.
Yeah, you can tell that was Flavor City. Super simple. I would definitely think that could go for a holiday dinner.
Yes.
That could go for weekday, just simple like we just said. That could go for any occasion.
Yeah. So if you haven't tried cooking sweet potatoes caveman style and you're only making steaks that way, you might want to grab yourself a bag of sweet potatoes and try these.
And also, while you're at it, get yourself an ice cube tray. You're going to want to save this for later.
Yes, 100%.
Chimney rice, baby, come on.
Chimney pasta salad.
You already said that.
That's what I live for in the summer.
Chimney tater salad. Did we already say that? We always go pasta salad, tater salad. That's it, right?
Garlic bread.
Chimney garlic bread.
You melt one of those cubes.
Let's write this down. So, yeah, let's do it.